Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the oil on your 2011 Honda TRX680 ATV. First thing we want to do is run it for about 5 minutes, get the oil nice and hot for it to drain out a lot easier. And as you see, we got the oil change light on, and I'm going to show you how to remove that after we change the oil. Here are the parts that you need for the oil change. And here's basically all of the part numbers, description, and prices that I paid here in my state. After you let the machine run for about 5 minutes, go ahead and get yourself an oil catch pan and a 17mm wrench. Now, the drain plug is simply right under here. Let me get under here and show you, give you a better visual. It's right there. That's what it looks like. And again, it is a 17mm head. We're gonna go ahead and get a wrench on there and drain the oil while it's hot. And while we have the oil draining, we can go ahead and replace the oil drain washer. First step we need to do is remove this small O-ring here. Now, I did not buy a O-ring to replace this, so we are going to be reusing this O-ring. We're going to take it off and remove the old washer. And here is the new washer here. We're going to install the new washer, and we're going to reinstall the O-ring like so. After all the oil has been drained out, you can simply go ahead and clean that hole and then reinstall your plug. Okay, now that we got all the oil drained out, now it's time to remove the oil filter, and it is located right here. Before we remove that bolt, I know there's going to be oil inside this reservoir here. So we have a skid plate on the bottom right over there, so we can't really put an oil catch pan. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sacrifice a dirty old rag, throw it underneath, and throw in some blue towels as well, just to catch any of the oil, and then remove them after. So we're just going to take our 12mm socket and remove this bolt. And this should slide right out. And there's all the oil there. Now we're going to take a flathead screwdriver and remove this cap here. Be careful to not damage the O-ring if you're going to be reusing it, but if you are replacing it, you don't have to worry about damaging it. Just go ahead and remove your cap. You have a spring right here, don't lose that. And we have our oil filter. Okay, so now we need to replace two O-rings. We got an O-ring here, and we got one O-ring right here. There are our two replacements. Let's go ahead and open them up and install them. We'll do this one first. Let's go ahead and remove it carefully. Grab some oil and lubricate this new O-ring. And now we're just going to fit it right over it and roll it. Roll it right down until it seats. And there we are. Now the second O-ring is on the cap. Same thing. Just remove it like so. Grab some oil and lubricate this O-ring here. And now we're simply going to fit it on like so. Now we are ready to install our oil filter. So a quick installation process. Let's go ahead and wipe all that old oil off. We're going to grab our oil filter. Rubber side is going to go in, the washer is going to go out. So we're going to install it like so. Now we're going to come in with our cap. There's the spring, got the new O-ring installed. And reinstall everything. Give it a nice push for it to seal. And now come in with your plug. I don't know the proper name for this, but I'll call it a plug for this purpose. And wiggle the plug around. And you can go ahead and grab your socket and tighten it up. You gotta have to hold it a little bit because it does want to pop out on you. And at the end, just tighten it firmly. There we go. All right, time to fill the engine with oil. For those of you wondering what this is actually just your dipstick. It is not the oil fill cap. So this will just check your oil level. The cap is actually located behind this little plate here. We're gonna simply remove it. It's almost like a little access panel. And as you can see, we have our oil fill cap. We're gonna grab a funnel, place it inside there. Next, we're gonna go ahead and grab our oil and slowly pour the oil in there. After you have filled the engine with 3.1 liters of oil, go ahead and reinstall your oil cap and go ahead and reinstall your access panel as well. And now we are going to be resetting our oil change light. Just turn on the ignition and hold the reset and odometer buttons. And there goes the light. Now we can turn it back off. Last but not least, we check the level of the oil, but before we do that, we need to let the engine run for a little bit. After you had the machine running for about 5 to 10 minutes, you can go ahead and check the oil level. We're gonna go ahead and remove the dipstick and wipe it dry. You never wanna go off the first reading. And now we're just gonna simply insert it all the way back without threading it and bring it all the way back. As you can see, we are right at the full mark. Stops right around there, which is right where we should be. So now we're going to simply reinstall it and thread it all the way back in. Now we are basically done. This last step is optional, but I highly recommend you guys do this. Just check for leaks. Make sure you have the bolt tight. Make sure nothing's leaking around this oil cap here. And obviously make sure that your oil plug isn't leaking either. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to never miss another upcoming video. And if you found this video informative, go ahead and smash the like button as well. Also follow us on Instagram. We would highly appreciate it. Thank you. This has been Phil with Phil's Small Engine Nation. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, God bless you, and we will see you in the next episode.